I live in North America, and around here the bagger is king, as far as motorcycling is concerned. And baggers are great. All-day comfortable two-up tours with lots of space for carrying your luggage and your lady, or gentleman, I don't discriminate. And these bikes even handle pretty well, for their size. A point which must be stressed because their size varies between 800 and 950 pounds. I recently reviewed the Honda Goldwing Tour and was seriously impressed with its comfort and utility. But at 850 pounds, nimble it wasn't. Great bike, maybe the best for crossing continents on pavement, but not my choice to rip up a twisty road. But what if there was a motorcycle that had the same touring accoutrements as the Wing, or Road Glide, or what have you, but in a lighter, sportier package? A mini bagger, if you will. Enter the Large Sport Tourer. Almost the same luggage capacity, almost the same weather protection, but weighing some 200 pounds less, costing less, and with even more horsepower. These bikes provide 90% of the comfort of the bagger, but 130% better performance, with the Yamaha FJR1300 being one of the longest running of these. I spent a week with this motorcycle and tested it in many different environments, and in this video we'll let you know if you should trade in your Goldwing or Road Glide for something smaller and much sportier. And if you find this content valuable, please consider subscribing to the channel, liking the video, and sharing it with someone who might be interested. The Yamaha FJR1300 has been around for 20 years. This one was the 20th anniversary edition. I remember when it first came out in 2002 and was considered the lighter and more sporty alternative to the V4 Honda ST1300. Unlike the Honda, the Yamaha went all sport bike with an inline 4 that likes to rev and, in its current guise, puts out an impressive 142 horsepower and 102 pound-feet of torque. The power is seamless and there is never a moment when a twist of the throttle does not propel you forward with authority. The acceleration is linear and civilized but not thrilling like an inline 4 sport bike, and because of this motorcycle's weather protection you don't feel the speed as you would on a smaller bike. The FJR1300 makes it very easy to stray to highly illegal velocities and would be a perfect autobahn machine. The power is put to the pavement via maintenance-free shaft drive without the torque effect associated with many shaft-driven motorcycles. Does it feel like a 142 horsepower bike? It doesn't rush to redline but rather effortlessly surfs a huge wave of torque like being pushed by the hand of God. The bike includes traction control and ABS, but these are not lean sensitive. Because this is a touring bike, there is cruise control, and this Yamaha offers two riding modes, touring and sport. Both offer full power, but sport mode gives you much more aggressive throttle response and makes the bike a bit jumpy. The suspension is electronically adjustable with hard, medium and soft presets. I kept it in the medium range and found the bike to be stable and precise both solo and two up. At 650 pounds, this is a long and heavy motorcycle, but it dives into and carves corners like a much lighter one. I found it to be nimble enough in the twists to absolutely embarrass any bagger, and if well ridden, keep up with the current crop of adventure-style sport tourers like the Kawasaki Versys 1000. The FJR1300 is pretty comfy for long-distance touring. The seating position can suit various sized riders with an adjustable handlebar and a seat height that can be easily switched between 31.7 and 32.5 inches. These seat heights may sound low but seem much higher due to the width of the saddle, and while I could flat foot the higher seat, my wife Brooke could not and had to balance on her tippy toes. I'm 5'11.5" or 181 centimeters and she stands 5'6.5" or 169 centimeters barefoot. Both rider and passenger seats are wide, firm, and comfortable with plenty of room for two and additional back support for the passenger if you add the top box. It's not as comfy as a Goldwing saddle, but it's not far off. Yamaha offers accessory comfort saddles if the stock ones are not to your liking. In terms of luggage, due to supply chain issues, this bike did not have the bags, but they are standard and color matched as far as I can tell on the website. The bags carry a roomy 30 liters each, which means they are as large as a Goldwing's. The optional top trunk has 50 liters of room, which is enough to swallow two full-face helmets. The total capacity of 110 liters equals the previous Goldwing model and is down only 11 liters on the current one. That's not bad on a 650-pound bike, slightly heavier with a top trunk. Other comfort features: the weather protection is good with a wide fairing and an electrically adjustable windshield. In the top position, I still got some helmet buffeting, but Yamaha and the aftermarket both offer taller options. The heated grips have 3 presets which can be customized to your taste, starting with barely noticeable and topping out at roasted finger kebabs. The fairing contains a small glove box and 12-volt outlet, and the latest FJR also has lean-sensitive cornering lights. Tank capacity is 25 liters, but that does not get you that far. Riding responsibly will have you at 1 bar in just over 300 kilometers. Riding like I did will drop that to 270, but I spent a lot of time in 4th gear trying to whip out of corners and sprint the straights. I found that this engine, like most inline 4s, gets very thirsty when pushed hard. The display and user interface are perhaps the weakest parts of this motorcycle and honestly feel old. There are no color LCD touchscreens here, and the display would not have been out of place on a bike from 2012. The controls are not very intuitive and can be needlessly complex. I like having a dedicated button for adjusting the windshield and operating the heated grips. But on the FJR, this is accomplished through multi-step processes that can get a little tedious. This is definitely a first world problem, as even having these features is a luxury, but the competition has better thought out menus. As far as looks go, Yamaha plays it down the middle. The FJR1300 has not changed its looks much in the 20 years it's been around. It's not bad looking, but neither is it revolutionary. On the Canadian website, the bike comes in 20th anniversary black with gold wheels, while in the States it comes in blue. I like the blue better, but then again, I am a sucker for gold wheels. Generally, I like the FJR's looks better than the Kawasaki Concours 14 and a bit less than the BMW R1250 RT, which also, by the way, matches the prices of the bikes. The FJR1300 costs $18,200 US in the States and $20,900 Canadian, which given the exchange rate right now is a pretty good deal. The BMW is significantly more expensive in most markets, while the Kawasaki, at least in the Canadian market, costs a bit less than the Yamaha. So, to sum up, this is a bike that has stellar performance, plenty of comfort, good luggage options, is going to be reliable, low maintenance, reasonably priced for the segment, and will do well whether it's crossing continents or playing in the twisties. On the negative side, the electronics and user interface are dated, and it's not the most fuel-efficient large sport tourer out there. I have to admit that despite the lack of a stereo and built-in nav, I like this class of bike better than the baggers. The lightweight, lower price and snappy performance more than make up for a few comfort features. If you had to choose to spend your money on this or a Goldwing, Road Glide, Challenger, etc., what would you go for? Is the mini sport bagger for you? Please share your thoughts in the comments, enjoy the fall weather and ride safe out there.
If you're interested in any of the gear that Brooke and I wear or use, or the camera equipment we use to film this channel, the links are below. Everything listed there was bought with our own money and we are not sponsored by any company. However, the links below are affiliate links and the channel is paid a small amount for referring you to shop at no additional cost to you. We do not recommend any products that we are not satisfied with ourselves, but we do strongly urge you to do your research and select the correct size for items like helmets and clothing. As always, thanks for watching, your support is greatly appreciated. Please hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and leave a comment below. And whatever you ride, enjoy it. Wave at other bikers no matter what they're riding. We're all part of a brotherhood and sisterhood. Keep the rubber side down, shiny side up, and may the spokes be with you.